You know, it's a toss-up when I talk about my favorite television series of all time. Sometimes I say it's the greatest American hero, but sometimes I say it's the Brady Bunch. If I really stop and think about it, I guess it has to be the Brady Bunch, just because there's so much more to love. You know, I got everything they put out. Got it on DVD, transferred it to my hard drive. We're talking about the original 5-season series that lasted 117 episodes from 1969 to 1973. Plus the 22-episode animated series The Brady Kids from 1972 to 1974. After the show went off the air, it came back from Sid and Marty Krofft in 1976 with the Brady Bunch Variety Hour, which was 9 episodes long and featured Fake Jan. Then in 1981, we got the Brady Girls Get Married TV movie, split into 3 episodes and followed by a 7-episode series called The Brady Brides. This show was the last time the entire original cast was ever featured together on a show. Then, after many years of waiting, I remember the excitement I felt seeing in the TV Guide an advertisement for a new TV movie called A Very Brady Christmas. Couldn't wait to watch it, and I did. That one featured fake Cindy. That was followed by a more serious toned show in 1990 called The Bradys. Only lasted 6 episodes. I think I tried it out a little bit and then kind of bailed. I have the entire series now, of course. And that featured fake Marcia. So all 3 girls have had their own doppelgangers over the years. All the boys have been there, though. Then it kind of went away. Until 1995, when the theatrical hit The Brady Bunch movie came out. Of course, it had a whole new cast portraying the characters from the show, and it was a comedy, and it's a pretty big hit. I loved it. I loved the sequel that came out the next year, a very Brady sequel, and it was followed by a very little-known direct-to-video third film where they replaced the actors that played all the kids. They kept the actors that played the parents. That was The Brady Bunch in the White House in 2002, and that was it for The Brady Bunch until 2019, when HGTV bought the original house used for exterior shots for the original Brady Bunch series and brought in all the actors that played the original 6 Brady kids to gut and rebuild the entire house from scratch, just the insides, to match the sets that were used for interior filming of the original series. And they got props and recreations of everything to look just like how it did on the show, all inside the original house, which, of course, the original interior never looked like that, and they made an entire season show out of it. And then in 2021, I started my own Brady Bunch podcast. I've got 25 episodes so far where I've covered the entire first season. Hopefully I start that back up again soon, but just the other day, on May 24th in 2023, that original Brady Bunch house with the entire interior completely renovated by HGTV has gone up for sale. It's listed for $5.5 million, and I hope an intelligent, industrious person buys it and sets it up for tours by us fans. Now let me show you some of my Brady Bunch collection that I plan on covering in my podcast series outside of everything that I had gotten on DVD. We start with these 5 original Brady Bunch adventures written by William Johnson and put out in paperback during the run of the original series. We've got the Brady Bunch number 2, Showdown at the PTA Corral, Brady Bunch number 3, Count Up to Blast Down, Brady Bunch number 4, The Bumbler Strikes Again, and Brady Bunch number 5, The Quarterback Who Came to Dinner. These are kind of rare, and those were followed by 3 more original paperback stories by Jack Macha, The Brady Bunch, The Treasure of Mystery Island, The Brady Bunch in the New York Mystery, and The Brady Bunch in Adventure on the High Seas. I'd like to think that they ended up on Gilligan's Island. And then we've got Growing Up Brady, I Was a Teenage Greg. This is written by Barry Williams, the guy who played Greg, and it was made into a TV movie. Brady, 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 the complete story of the Brady Bunch, as told by the father and son team who really know. Sherwood Schwartz and Lloyd Schwartz. Sherwood created the show after he created Gilligan's Island. And after recording the first episode of my podcast, I found this book in the store, The Way We All Became the Brady Bunch by Kimberly Potts. You can see I'm going through it and taking notes for future episodes. And from Susan Olsen, who played Cindy Brady, along with authors Ted Nicholson and Lisa Sutton, we've got Love to Love You Brady's. This is all about the Brady Bunch Variety Hour. And here's this Dynamite magazine promoting the return of the Brady Bunch in the Brady Bunch Variety Hour. And then these issues of Cracked magazine, where in 1970, while the first season of the original show was still coming out, we've got a parody right here, The Brainy Bunch. And it was reprinted a few years later in Super Cracked. And here we've got an issue from the mid-90s where they parody the Brady Bunch movie. Then we've got this magazine, Non-Sports Update, the Brady Bunch. This is about the trading card set that came out in the 60s. This magazine came out while I was recording the first few episodes of my podcast, and it clued me in on just how rare and expensive these trading cards are, but I had to get 2 of them for my collection. These 2 right here. Why? If you look closely, they both, of course, feature Alice, the maid. But not only did she not look like that in the show, but that set she is on, that is not the Brady Bunch house. That is not the house that Mike lived in the beginning of the pilot episode before they got married and moved into their home. That is not a house featured on any episode. I don't know what this is. And then this magazine that just came out a couple of months ago and features all of the Brady Bunch talking about the late, great Florence Henderson. But that's not all. I have this replica Tiki idol that Greg wore when he was surfing in the Hawaii episodes. And I plan on wearing this when I go surfing in Hawaii next year. They also put out 2 issues of a comic book series in 1969 that are way out of my price range, but I was able to obtain digital copies of them on this CD that also contains every issue of the Partridge Family comic series that I don't really care about. Why didn't they write the Brady Bunch on this CD? And lastly, I have this party game I picked up at Target. Check out the lenticular motion. Let's open it up and see what's inside. Let's not. I've never opened it before. And I guess I never will. Oh, that's not all. I actually bought and put together a Brady Bunch puzzle last year. All about them in Hawaii. Let me cut to a picture.
Music played, I never stayed to listen. It seemed my life was always out of tune. Then I found something beautiful was missing. And now there's music coming out